Welcome to Same But Different, the movie talk show where we talk about movies once a week, kind of like a movie book club, whether it be new movies, old movies. We try to keep it relevant. This week, Brody and I watched NOSFERATU. However, we watched it in different provinces.
What's up, everybody? Coming at you from sunny, beautiful Edmonton, absolute paradise.
NOSFERATU, the latest movie directed and written for the screen by Robert Eggers. You know Robert Eggers, who did The Witch and The Northman and The Lighthouse. You may love him. You may hate him. I have been more or less on board with this director. He's fantastic. He's a fantastic writer. He's a fantastic director. He's an artistic person for sure. I'm not saying an individual film has not impressed me, but certain things in his films have not impressed me. But overall, great library of films so far. Does NOSFERATU blow them all out of the water? In my opinion, yes. Yes, it does. This film has received overwhelmingly positive reviews, and honestly, the praise is entirely justified. It's based in 1834, so the period accurate dialogue was meticulously designed costumes to fit that time period looked great. The depictions of the living conditions, the film's tone is entirely immersive. Like, you are brought right into the world of this time period. And then the technical elements of the film are really well done. The coloring and the camera work, the camera shots, the composition, everything was so beautiful and well done. The movie overall has this like blue-gray tone to it, which is really, really neat because I think it's the closest thing we're going to get to black and white without actually full going black and white. That pays homage to the original one. I mean, the original 1922 movie was gothic. It is considered a gothic horror, and this movie captured that gothicness. Also, I want to address something real quick. The aesthetic choice that Robert Eggers made on how to depict Count Orlok, I think was perfect. Some people are hating it. Some people are saying, it's nothing compared to the... It's not going to be. Nothing's going to touch the original, obviously. But we have to understand is that if vampires were real, and a lot of people believed that they were during that time period, I feel like this is what they would look like. It's just historically accurate. And then also, it is a faithful adaptation of what Bram Stoker originally described Dracula as in his novel, which the original Nosferatu notoriously ripped off. So I think it's a faithful depiction of the Count, to be honest. What truly elevates the movie is the combination of the acting, the direction, and the cinematography. The acting, fantastic. Lily Rose Depp will definitely get an Oscar nod, if not win. Nicholas Hoult, I've never seen fear depicted so perfectly. And then Bill Skarsgard, was he even in this movie? Because I tried so hard to try and find him in Count Orlok. I could not see him. I could not hear him. I don't get it how somebody can be so transformed. Aaron Taylor Johnson is also in this film along with Willem Dafoe. Aaron Taylor Johnson, man, get a new name, tongue twister. He was good. He was good. He was good for his role. However, there were moments where I'm just like, that acting was a little cheese. Because of the time period and what they had to say, it was kind of excused, but I could see through it, and it was a little melodramatic sometimes and took me out a little bit, just a smidge. As well as Willem Dafoe. He's a very eccentric character and somewhat a comedic relief. If there is any comedy in this film, it definitely came from him. Like I said, a touch of the melodramatic, but for the most part, it suits the gothic nature of the film, so that's okay. Finally, I just want to bring specific attention to the cinematography. There are several shots in this film where I just want to freeze frame and print them and put them on my wall. Perfect. Every frame a picture. Honestly, it's such a beautiful film. If anything, even if you didn't like the movie as a whole, that is something you got to give it props for. It is a beautiful movie. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous. It's an absolutely must-watch movie. Honestly, if you're a horror fan, if you're a gothic fan, if you're a fan of Eggers, you have to watch this film. We are supposed to give our ratings at the beginning of this, and I forgot to do that. I just got so caught up in talking about it. 9.5 out of 10. It was almost perfect. I'd be okay giving it a perfect rating, except for that, like I said, touch of melodramatic acting sometimes. Now let's hand it over to Brody this one of these ways and see what he thought about the film.
What's up, everybody? Coming at you from sunny, beautiful Edmonton. Absolute paradise.
Just kidding, it's minus 27 outside. Gah. Hello everybody, I'm here in Edmonton. Thought I'd record a quick one for you. It's gonna be quick, it's my last day here and we've got things to do, so I'm gonna get right into it. NOSFERATU. I'm not a big Eggers fan. I've only seen 3 of his 4 movies now. I did not like The Witch, I did not like The Lighthouse, I've not seen The Northman. NOSFERATU? I'm gonna give it a 7.5 out of 10. I enjoyed it for the most part. There were certain things, and I share it a lot with everyone else in the world apparently, with my gripes with this movie. Technically, in terms of building a movie, directing, cinematography, editing, set design, acting, everything was damn near flawless. It's almost impossible to watch this movie and not appreciate just how beautifully made it was. So I will give it that. It was wonderful for that. The general atmospheric horror typically doesn't work for me. I did find that most of the jump scares in this movie landed, and the gothic undertones make the atmospheric horror work really well as well. Acting across the board was good. I don't really like Lily Rose Depp. She did a great job. I like Nicholas Hoult. Nicholas Hoult did a great job. Bill Skarsgard did a good job. Willem Dafoe, phenomenal as always. Aaron Taylor Johnson, mostly good with a little bit of some scenes that were like, So NOSFERATU himself, based on the fact that this was a silent movie, originally, 1922, they had a chance to design NOSFERATU's voice. Never been done before as far as I know. Maybe there was, I don't know. I think they missed the mark just a teeny little bit. And not so much that the voice was bad, but for choosing that voice, I think they made him talk too much. The guy was a fucking chatterbox. He wouldn't shut up. And it was just like that slow, drawn out. Eventually it was like, okay, buddy, get on with it. So I think if they wanted to pick that voice for him, they should have made him talk a little bit less than he did. But c'est la vie on that front, I suppose. It is what it is. Also, unfortunately, didn't find him scary. I know a lot of people online are complaining about the mustache thing. I'm sure Derek's already mentioned the comparison to Vlad the Impaler, who had a mustache, so like there was reasons for it, but I didn't like it. The mustache wasn't the issue, it was the fucking comb over that bothered me more, man. Just something about it wasn't for me. Other than that, the movie was pretty good. I got a little sick of every character going when they were getting possessed. Redundant after a while. You can only do that so many times before I'm like, okay, this is happening again. But overall, I really did enjoy my time with it. It was a good movie. I'm happy to say that I finally did enjoy a Robert Eggers movie, so that's cool. I'll be back with you next week. Proper episodes, none of this nonsense. NOSFERATU.
I haven't watched his review as this moment in recording, so I don't know what he said, but I'm sure it was great, and I'm sure you all enjoyed it. If you've seen NOSFERATU, please let us know in the comment section below what you thought about the film. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, who's your favorite vampire throughout all of film history? And if it's Edward, just don't bother typing anything. Next week, we haven't really decided on anything, but I'm going to make an executive decision here and say we will watch the critically acclaimed Anora. Brody has seen it. He watched it while he was over in Edmonton. I haven't watched it yet, so I will watch it soon and we will review it for you because I think it's worth talking about because it's going to be a movie that's talked about, especially at the Oscars. So let's do it. We're ramping up to award season, so let's just watch awesome movies. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel. Please, please, please like the video. Please, please, please. It helps with the algorithm gods. We didn't quite hit our 1,000 subscribers before the new year, but 2025 is going to be that year for us. So please help us get there. We love you all. And as always, keep watching movies.
The guy was a fucking chatterbox. He wouldn't shut up.